Now that the building blocks of our story are assembled in the timeline, we can start making adjustments to the edit points to improve the flow and timing of the story, what editors often refer to as pacing. Click the Index button to open up the Timeline Index pane. Select the port side reveal clip and zoom in. Close the index and play this clip by pressing the / key. This clip is a bit too long, and we'll start by trimming the tail of this shot. There are a number of methods Final Cut Pro gives you for trimming your clips. By the way, the word trimming may seem odd for those of you new to video editing. Trimming in the real world seems to imply removal of material, like trimming your hedges. In the editing world, trimming could also involve adding material, like trimming a Christmas tree. So really, trimming is just editor speak for adding or removing video or audio material from your project. In a previous lesson, you were introduced to trimming clips using the selection tool, and I want to expand on its use in this lesson. With your selection tool active in the toolbar, move your pointer over the edit point between the port side reveal and the tail boom close-up. Depending on which side of the edit your pointer is over, a tiny film strip will indicate which side of the edit you're about to affect. To trim the out point of the port side reveal shot, make sure the film strip is pointed toward the left and click with your mouse. A yellow bracket appears along the edge of the clip, visually reinforcing the change you're about to make. Now simply drag with your mouse. As you drag, a tooltip appears showing you how many frames you're moving the edit point from its original location. Because you're either shortening or lengthening the clip, all clips to the right of the edit point are adjusted, either earlier or later in time. If you drag far enough to the right, you will eventually run out of media. When this happens, the selection bracket will turn red. Undo any changes you made by pressing Command Z. You can also trim numerically. With the outgoing edit point still selected, let's remove 1 second from the tail of this shot. Type -1 period on your keypad. In the timecode display, the number you typed appears in blue, along with a graphic showing you the side of the edit you're about to trim. Press Return. To play the edit around the current playhead position, press Shift ? On your keyboard. Undo that last edit. You can also add frames to the outgoing shot. Let's add 12 frames. Make sure the edit point is selected, then press +12 on your keypad and press Return. Let's go back the other way. Type -1 period 1 2 to trim 1 second and 12 frames from the tail of this shot. If you want to nudge the edit point 1 frame at a time, use the comma and period keys. Holding down the Shift key when using the comma and period key will trim the edit point 10 frames at a time. Using any of the trimming methods I just demonstrated, take a few moments to trim the shot until you're satisfied with the timing. You can also trim from the head of a clip. Click the end point of the port side reveal clip. Whenever you trim from the head of a clip, be mindful that positive numbers in the tooltip indicate you are shortening the clip, and negative numbers indicate you're lengthening the clip. This may seem counterintuitive, but positive numbers always mean you're moving the edit later in time, and therefore subtracting frames from the head of a clip, and negative numbers always mean you're moving the edit earlier in time, and therefore adding frames to the head of a clip. Take a few moments to trim the head of the shot until you're satisfied with the timing. In many cases, you'll want to create a split edit. A split edit, by definition, is any edit where the endpoint of the audio precedes the endpoint of the video, or vice versa. Having the video and audio cut at different times can often make your scenes flow more naturally while hiding the edit. In Final Cut Pro 10, creating split edits couldn't be easier. Move your playhead to the start of the Mitch 1A synchronized interview clip. We want to have him begin his line while the previous shot of the tail boom wide is still on the screen. In order to accomplish this, we need to have independent control of the audio and video portion of the clip. Make sure the selection tool is still selected, then double-click on the audio waveform to separate the audio. You can also press Ctrl S to hide and reveal the separate audio. Move your pointer over the edit point of the video portion of the clip, and you'll see the now familiar trim icon with the film strip. Now move your mouse over the audio portion of the clip, and the film strip disappears. This visual is informing you that you can trim the audio apart from the video. Drag to the left to add frames to the audio. Drag until the tooltip reads -2 seconds, then play back the edit.
Your passion for what you do.
The passion I have for...
Now we hear the director asking Mitch a question while we see the jib shot of the helicopter tail boom. The edit doesn't work because we extended the audio past the frames we deliberately cut out when making our initial selection in the browser. Let's undo that last edit. Now place your mouse over the edit point of the video. Make sure the film strip is pointing toward the Mitch interview and the yellow trim bracket appears along the left edge of the clip. Now drag to the right until the tooltip reads plus 1 second and 15 frames. Because the audio and video are separated, Mitch's audio automatically shifts 1 second and 15 frames to the left below the tail boom wide clip to create the split edit. Now press Shift ? To play around the current playhead position.
The passion I have for what I do with H5.
You can also perform the split edit using your keypad. Undo that last edit. Make sure the edit point is still selected, then type plus 115 on your keypad and press return. As you just experienced, creating split edits is crazy simple in Final Cut Pro X. In a previous lesson, I discussed the value of connecting clips to the primary storyline. One benefit is that you can easily move a connected clip earlier or later in time without affecting the underlying or overlying clip it's connected to. As your project grows more complex, it's easy to imagine your timeline becoming cluttered with a lot of clip connections. This is why in some cases you may wish to flatten your connected clips to the primary storyline in order to clean it up. Locate the mountain flyover clip, select it, then right-click and choose Overwrite to Primary Storyline from the menu or press Option-Command down arrow. The clip merges into the primary storyline. If a video clip you are overriding has audio with it, Final Cut Pro preserves the audio by keeping it attached to the portion of the clip that wasn't overwritten. Notice that if you select the remaining portion of Mitch's interview, his entire audio is selected too. Final Cut Pro will always maintain sync for you, even if you move the clip somewhere else in the timeline. This is just another example of Final Cut's magnetic timeline in action. You never have to worry about how other clips will affect your edit decisions. What you just accomplished in one click would have taken numerous clicks in a traditional track-based timeline. Let's clean up the look of our storyline. Press Shift-Z to zoom out, then select the expanded clips and press Ctrl-S to collapse them.